Hey everybody, welcome to the Workflow of the Week or WoW update. So we're talking about today is C4. So C4 is not just one of those things that comes in a can that makes you all jittery. It's also something that is a hashing system. So if you're working on very large files or very important files, and you want to make sure that the data that has been saved in that file hasn't changed from one to another, whether somebody's done an update or maybe there was some bit rot or something like that, if anybody doesn't know, just saving things on hard drives doesn't make sure that they stay the same. Some things can actually happen to that data over time, and those things can be either corrupted or they could have minor errors that are in them. But this C4 system actually makes sure that that stays out of all of your file systems. So we're working that into our API, and each one of the assets as they go through then get that as well. We've come up with the idea of subvariants. So if you have an asset and you have a version, and then underneath that, as you're doing processing, you have these intermediate steps. And so what if you want to go ahead and segment that intermediate step into an entirely different workflow or process? Well, now you can do that. That's all been worked in, and of course, so everybody go ahead and look up C4 and how really interesting and amazing it is, and of course, start thinking about how your users actually use the data when you're building these APIs and all these fun systems. And next week, we're going to start working in MCP into our API, because FastApi is a cool MCP server, and everybody will be able to make it and work with their own agents on top of all this stuff. And of course, everybody, go ahead and go to modtechlabs.com, sign up for one of our wonderful accounts, and of course, don't forget to subscribe here and hit like if you like. If you don't, you can just move on. Everybody have a wonderful week.